Welcome to the Energy Roundup. This is a channel where we discuss the latest matters regarding energy in the UK and around the world. On this channel, we cover anything to do with matters surrounding energy. As this is a new channel, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Now, getting on with the video, recently and very unfortunately, Turkey have been hit with two powerful earthquakes. In this video we will be discussing the impact this has on England and the rest of Europe. The death toll from a strong earthquake in southeastern Turkey, near the Syrian border, has exceeded 2,300 people across both countries. Turkey's disaster agency said more than 1,500 people died there, while it is estimated that 810 people died in Syria. Those numbers are still expected to rise as rescuers comb through mountains of rubble in freezing, snowy weather. It is Turkey's worst disaster in decades, the country's president said. The U.S. Geological Survey said the 7.8 magnitude tremor struck at 4:17 local time, 1:17 Greenwich Mean Time, at a depth of 17.9 kilometers 11 miles near the city of Gaziantep. Seismologists said the first quake was one of the largest ever recorded in Turkey. Survivors said it took 2 minutes for the shaking to stop. Many thousands of people have been injured, with at least 5,385 people hurt in Turkey and 2,000 in Syria. Many of the victims are in war-torn northern Syria, where millions of refugees live in camps on both sides of the Syria-Turkey border. There have been dozens of fatalities reported in rebel-held areas. Thousands of buildings have collapsed, and several videos show the moment they fell, as onlookers ran for cover. Many buildings that were 4 or 5 stories high are now flattened, roads have been destroyed and there are huge mountains of rubble as far as the eye can see. Among the buildings destroyed was Gaziantep Castle, a historical landmark that had stood for more than 2,000 years. And a shopping mall in the city of Diyarbakir collapsed, a BBC Turkish correspondent there reported. Turkey's energy infrastructure has been damaged, and videos have emerged showing large fires in southern Turkey. Social media users claimed they were caused by damage to the gas pipelines. Turkey's Energy Minister Fatih Dönmez confirmed there had been serious damage to the infrastructure, but did not mention the explosions. The Turkish Red Crescent has called for citizens to make blood donations, and the organization's president, Karim KNK, said on Twitter that additional blood and medical products were being sent to the affected region. Following an international appeal for help, Turkey's President Erdogan said 45 countries had offered support. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has called for an international response to the crisis, saying that many of the families hit by the disaster were already in dire need of humanitarian aid in areas where access is a challenge. The European Union is sending search and rescue teams to Turkey, while rescuers from the Netherlands and Romania are already on their way. The UK has said it will send 76 specialists, equipment and rescue dogs. France, Germany, Israel, and the US have also pledged to help. Russian President Vladimir Putin has offered help to both Turkey and Syria, as has Iran. Turkey's Interior Minister, Suleyman Soylu, said 10 cities were affected by the initial quake including Hadri, Azmina, Adıyaman, Malatya, Şanlıurfa, Adana, Diyarbakir and Kilis. School has been suspended in those cities for at least a week. A volunteer with the White Helmets Rescue Group, which operates in rebel-controlled areas of northwestern Syria, fought back tears as he described the devastation in Samarra, near the border with Turkey. Many buildings in different cities and villages in northwestern Syria collapsed, he told the BBC. Still now, many families are under the rubble. We are trying to save them, but it's a very hard task for us. We need help. We need the international community to do something, to help us, to support us. Northwestern Syria is now a disaster area. We need help from everyone to save our people, he added. As after the first earthquake, a toddler was pulled from the rubble in Azaz, Syria, dirty and blooded but alive. Video shows rescuers running to get her out of the cold. The earthquake was powerful enough to be felt as far away as Cyprus, Lebanon and Israel. I was writing something and just all of a sudden the entire building started shaking, and yes, I didn't really know what to feel, Mohammed El Chamar, a student in the Lebanese capital, Beirut, told the BBC. I was right next to the window, so I was just scared that they might shatter. It went on for 4-5 minutes and it was pretty horrific. It was mind-blowing, he said. Nearly 2 grueling weeks after the devastation that hit southeastern Turkey and Syria, shock and despair is slowly being subsumed by a search for answers. First among the questions is how an estimated 85,000 buildings in the earthquake zone could have collapsed, or been severely damaged, killing 44,000 people and maiming tens of thousands more. The homes of Adiamenes residents collapsed like houses of cards. Large tracts of the urban landscape now heaps where 12-story buildings once stood. The city is now all but uninhabitable, along with swaths of large cities across Turkey's southeast. At the forefront of a growing debate is how the construction of buildings that could not endure a large earthquake was allowed. The widespread destruction has stirred questions about corruption in the building industry and its role in the devastation. Just as pressing is the role that a permissive regulatory environment played in allowing developers to profit from building affordable homes for Turkey's dwindling middle classes. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's reign is deeply linked to his pledge of a construction boom after sweeping to power in 2003, in the aftermath of another deadly earthquake in 1999 which killed more than 17,000 people. In the midst of all of this news, famous football player Christian Atsu was announced dead. He had been missing for 1 week, since the earthquake struck. His Turkish agent announced, to reporters in Hatay, that Atsu's body was found under the rubble. The death toll currently stands at 43,000. The first registered earthquake that hit Turkey was at a 7.8 magnitude, with the second registering at a 7.6 magnitude, that struck nearby. The current death toll is expected to rise, and many people are still believed to be under the rubble of the flattened apartments. Due to Turkey's known vulnerability to earthquakes, engineers have raised their fears and concerns over poorly constructed buildings for years. Concerns only grew after a 2018 law provided amnesty for buildings with illegal construction, allowing them to be used as long as the owners paid fines to the state. The government has vowed to undertake a thorough investigation and has ordered the detention of more than 100 people it alleges are responsible for the collapses. Operations at the port of Iskenderun in Turkey have been suspended and natural gas deliveries restricted after the quake, which measured 7.8 on the magnitude scale, hit in the early hours of Monday morning local time. Over 5,000 people have died so far following the disaster. The epicenter of the quake was near the city of Gaziantep, an industrial hub central to the country's textile industry. The affected area also produces soda ash, polyester fibers and polymers, fertilizer and polyethylene terephthalate, according to data and insight company Independent Commodity Intelligence Services. The earthquake has also suspended key oil export routes from Iraq and Azerbaijan. As a result of all of this, energy and commodity supplies have been put under threat. The earthquake is reported to have caused significant damage to logistics infrastructure and gas supplies. Thanks so much for watching till the end. Please like, comment and subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you never miss a video. See you next video.